So good morning. So today we will be seeing the experiment on epicyclic gear train. Now this apparatus is called as the epicyclic gear train. In this one we can see that this is the DC motor and this particular part will be called as the epicyclic gear train, and this will be the input shaft of the epicyclic gear train, and this is the output shaft of the epicyclic gear train. It is connected to the pulley like this. Now on this epicyclic we are having a loading arrangement using this belt here. Then on this output shaft, that is the pulley, we are having the loading arrangement using this spring balance. Now the epicyclic gear train will be consisting of sun, planet and the arms. The input shaft will be always connected to the sun gear, and the output shaft will be always connected to the arm which is carrying the planet gears. In this one there are three planet gears, one sun and one arm. The arm is connected to the output shaft which is connected to this pulley. Now when we are operating this DC motor, we can start the motor like this. Now we can see that it is rotating. So if we are making this output shaft free, that is by loosening this spring, and if we are operating, we can see that this output shaft is also now rotating, is it not? Now at the same time I loosen this also. Now we can see that all the things are rotating, that is input shaft, epicyclic gear train and the output shaft. So there is one term called as the holding torque. So holding torque is basically the torque required to only stop the epicyclic gear train. Now to understand this holding torque, if you are looking here, if I am holding this one tightly, and if I rotate this output shaft, we can see that I can rotate the output shaft, but still this epicyclic gear train is not rotating. Then how it will be getting the motion? See, in this one we will be having sun gear that is connected to the input shaft, and it is having the arms. So holding torque is defined as the torque required to stop this epicyclic gear train while this output shaft is rotating. So to understand this, suppose I am starting the motor. Now it is rotating with certain speed. Now if I go on increasing the load on this epicyclic gear train, now you can see that this is stopped, epicyclic gear train, input shaft is rotating and the output shaft is also rotating. So the whatever torque I am applying, that is the torque applied at this end. How I can measure this one? That will be measured by spring balance mass M. Suppose it is 0.75 kgs. 0.75 into 9.81 into its radius. Like this I can find the holding torque. Now because the power remains same, whatever the input power is there, the same power will be transmitted to the output shaft. If we are neglecting the friction, then what happens is the sum of powers of this will be divided to this and some part to this. Now to find the input torque, I can find the input power. How I can find the input power? See, it is a DC motor, and here you can see that we are having voltmeter and ammeter attached. So when we are operating, you can see that we will be having certain readings on this voltage and current. So if I am multiplying these two, I I will getting the input torque. Now by using a tachometer applied at this end, I can find the speed of this DC motor. So once I find the power and speed by using the equation P equal to 2 pi nt by 60, we can find the input torque. So like this I am finding the input torque. Now let us see how we can find the output torque. So to find the output torque, we can use this spring balance. See, if I am attaching say up to this level. Now what is the spring balance reading? Say it is, how much is this one? 1. See, now it is, let us say we have adjusted this one to 1.5 kgs. So the spring balance is showing 1.5. So to find the output torque, how we can find 1.5 kgs into 9.81 into radius of this rotating pulley. So like this we can find the output torque. The input torque minus output torque will be equal to the holding torque. So like this, in this experiment we will be finding the holding torque. Now let us define holding torque. Holding torque is the torque required to stop only the annular gear of a epicyclic gear train. See, this outer part is called as the annular gear. So it will be having the internal tip. That will be always equal to input torque minus output torque. So this is the background of this experiment. Now to start with the experiment, I will be showing the reading columns in the theory part, or I will be sharing the lab manual later. Now for practical procedure, what we have to do is, first we have to apply zero load on this output shaft, that is, we will make free this one completely. So now it is having no load. Then we will be making this also free. Then we will start the motor and keep a certain speed. Now at this speed what we will do is, we will go on applying the load on the epicyclic gear train. Say at this location, at this point of load, what happens? The epicyclic gear train is stopped. Is it not? Now this will be the holding condition. Now we are holding the epicyclic gear train. At this point we have to note down emitter, emitter and voltmeter readings, input speed, then output speed, and what load we are applying on the epicyclic gear train. This much we have to note down. So this will be our first reading. Then to go for the second reading, again we have to free all the things. Then we have to apply say 0.5 load on this output shaft. We will be applying say 0.5 load on the output shaft. Then we will repeat the same procedure. Means what? I will go on applying the load at the epicyclic gear train till it comes to rest. So now it is coming to rest. Say at this location we will be noting the emitter, voltmeter readings, because from that we will find the power. Then we will be noting the input speed, then output speed. So like this we will be going on, can go on taking few readings where I will be applying certain load on the output shaft. Now the load is 0.5 kg. Next I will apply 1.5 and 2. Up to 2 kg it can take. So for these 4 readings we will be repeating the same procedure, and taking the readings. Now what you can observe is this is the input torque that will remain same, then this is the output torque. When we are increasing the load on this one, this output torque will be increased. Holding torque is input torque minus output torque. So when we are applying certain load on this output shaft, what happens? The holding torque will be reduced. So when in the first case, when it is free, at that time, suppose we are applying say 2 kgs of load on the epicyclic to hold it, and in the next case if I am applying 1 kg, in the second case the load required to hold will be lesser than the first case, because input torque is same but output torque is increased. So like this, by this experiment we can see that the meaning of holding torque and the procedure to find this. Thank you.